Well, Slainte, and how do you do, buckaroos? How the heck are you? This is our first video on St. Patrick's Day. I know some of you are saying, Tom, it's not St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, but it should be. Leap year screwed us, man. Leap year screwed us. It should be St. Patrick's Day today, but it moved to tomorrow. We're just going to celebrate the whole weekend. So I'm just going to refer to today and tomorrow as St. Patrick's Day. Anyway, so I picked up this 3 redbreast set a few months ago. Show you that. Show you the back there. I was using a tremendous amount of willpower to save it for St. Patrick's Day, but I made it. So I got so it has the Redbreast 12 single pot still comprised exclusively of pot still whiskeys, which have been triple distilled and matured in the finest oak casks for no less than 12 years. Redbreast is complex, balanced, and full-bodied. So we're going to drink them one at a time. I did grab myself some water here to kind of cleanse my palate in between. Poured about half a bottle. There's a 3 small bottle set. Let me show it to you. And I poured about half, maybe a little more than that. Try to get about a shot even, and try to get about an ounce even there. So anyway, Slainte. Oh wow, my nose is insane. I used to buy a lot of Redbreast, but it's probably been at least a half a decade since I've had it. If you want to know the truth, it's been a while. Because other things have become available. And then prices go up, and you all know that I'm very frugal. Some would say, you're cheap, Tom. You're not frugal, you're cheap. I just like a bargain, man. And that's why I bought this set, because it was clearanced out at a liquor store in the Kansas City area. It's a hell of a price. I should have bought more of them, but I was already spending a lot of money there, man. Yeah. Oh, well. Looks like you get a little brown sugar on the nose. Oak is there, but it's light. Yeah, a hint of raisin as well. Certainly not unusual to pick up those honey and heather notes that you would in most Irish whiskeys. Wow, that is very easy to drink. As you can see, wow. It is at what? Oh, it's only at 80 proof. I thought it was a higher proof whiskey. It's only at 80 proof, yeah. For some reason, I was thinking it was a higher proof. Oh, the Lustau is 92 proof. Maybe that's what was throwing me off, yeah. And then, yeah, the other, I thought all the Redbreast was 92, but I guess not. This one says 80, so here we go. Oh, man, that is nice. That was my first, so I had to cover for a friend as I worked a couple hours for him, and I was able to come home. I had to stop at the store. So I'm getting started a little bit late for St. Patrick's Day. But I also had to get my corned beef cooking. I wanted to get it cooked today. So I'll have the corned beef, cabbage, taters. But I want to have the leftovers for tomorrow. I want to be able to do some corned beef hash and possibly a Reuben if we've got any left. So I picked up all the ingredients to do that. Got to have some good rye bread. Wife likes baby Swiss, so I picked some of that up for her. But I also picked up some Kerrygold Dubliner cheese and the Kerrygold Swiss. And for kraut, we have some kraut, but there are times I've kind of improvised. I've kind of tried to, use the Irish cabbage, use the cabbage cooked with that. And it's not quite it's not quite the same thing, but it gives you the same result. When we were, my wife and I went to Tulsa January 1st and 2nd, and we stopped at this Irish pub, Kilkenny's, and we'd never been there before, so we weren't really sure what it was going to be, but man, it was good. My wife had the fish and chips. It was a piece of cod, was just humongous. Big piece of flaky cod. Oh, it was amazing, she said. She gave me a little piece that was very good. Possibly the best I've ever had at a American Irish pub. But they were doing a soup sandwich deal, so I got the half sandwich and soup, and it was under $10. But the sandwich was their signature Reuben, and I wanted to try that. But they make their own, so the cabbage is their kraut, so to speak, is still a little crunchy. They kind of soured it a little bit, but it still had that crunch, which was nice though. And then they make their own sauce. So I like to do kind of the same thing when I've done mine at home too. With the soup they had, one of the reasons I want to try, because I wanted to try the Reuben, but the soup, it was a lobster chowder, and there were just monster chunks of lobster in that thing. I was really surprised. Place was very impressive, and the service was great too. Fuck nuggets. The first whiskey of the day, but I wanted to get I wanted to get the I wanted to get the corned beef cooking first. My wife's already made beer bread and soda bread today, so she's already been working hard. And it was kind of the idea. We thought about going somewhere, and at one point I kind of wanted to. Well, then we were both kind of hurting. Isn't an hour and a half drive up and an hour and a half drive back isn't going to do either of us any good. I thought, well, if we can get all of our cooking done today, and then we can just kind of relax tomorrow. We have the leftovers, and I work Monday, but I don't go in till 3:30, so we can still do something tomorrow. Oh, it's been a while since I've had this. It's very nice to get you. I pick up some toffee notes. You're certainly going to find some vanilla, but it's light. A nice oak and the nice toasted oak in the finish. Not as sweet as most Irish whiskeys, I would like to point out. Oh, mercy. Grab my sparkling water back here, some Trader Joe's sparkling water. Cleanse the palate a little bit. Now we'll get on to the next one. So the Lustau, I don't know that I've ever had this one before. If you want to know the truth, single pot still, matured in the finest hand-selected sherry casks. So let's check this out. It says it's 92 proof. Yeah. Born of a unique collaboration between the Bodega Lustau and I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong. It might be Lustau, who knows? And the Middleton Distillery Redbreast Lustau Edition represents the ultimate sherried style of Redbreast for an even fuller, richer taste experience. They don't give a specific age on this one, so I imagine it's just blended to get to a specific flavor. Anyways, you can see it's a little darker than the other one. It's that, imagine that's that sherry cask. Oh, wow. You can really feel it on the nose, too. Wow, that's nice. It's rather subtle, though, more subtle than I expected. Well, that's good, though. So let's focus on the nose for a second. And bear with me, my nose is a little challenge. My nose is a little challenged, man. Fighting allergies, man. Oh. Started earlier this season because I don't think it all got killed off. A couple little honey on the nose. Might feel some dark fruit. You might feel some raisin. Oh, that's gorgeous. Nice oak in the finish. Beautiful spice notes coming through. Imagine that sherry's adding a lot to this. Again, Really showing those dark fruit notes. You might feel some raisin. You might feel date and or fig. It really depends on you and your palate, to be honest with you. You might feel some dark cherry or dark, very overripe plum in there as well. Again, it just kind of depends on you and your palate again. More spice notes in the finish than the 12, and that I'm really enjoying, to be honest with you. A little allspice, a little nutmeg, and a little ginger I'm picking up. Maybe a hint of clove as well. Again, I'm feeling more allspice and cinnamon. Gosh, that is nice, man. And a corned beef, that's kind of an Irish American thing, right? It's not a true Irish thing, but we've kind of blended both cultures together, and somehow that's what we came up with. I prefer to braise mine rather than boil. I think boil, you lose a lot of flavor, but braising seals that flavor in. I give it a nice sear on each side. Take it out. In this case, I deglaze the pan with Banter's Marrow's Cap, their version of an Irish ale. I used a little bit of that to deglaze the pan. I dropped some onions in there, sauteed them down for a minute, and drop the potatoes and cabbage on top, and then the meat goes right back on top. It all cooks down. I just got one small corned beef this year. I guess it's just the wife and I, and we don't tend to eat leftovers very well. We have a lot of them. That's why we probably got we might have maybe one day of leftovers between making the hash and the sandwiches, and that's gonna do it, I'm pretty sure. In the past, I've done an Irish. In the past, I've done more than one corned beef. Sometimes I smoke one, but like I said, it's just the wife and I, so I chose not to do that this year. And I usually make an Irish stew as well, or again, an American version of an Irish stew, because I don't use lamb usually. I in the past I've used beef or pork. I'm going to change that up this year too, because I was looking up different recipes and I found a recipe for a chicken Irish stew. Since I had some good chicken breasts, I thought I might try that as well. So I picked up, have the usual suspects, right? I got to have the carrots and the potatoes for a stew, but I also picked up some parsnips to add some extra flavor. And some mushrooms. I don't remember if mushroom was in the recipe that I looked at, but I like the depth of flavor the mushroom stock adds to a stew. We got some fresh thyme, for that Irish spice palette, right? And then I got some fresh bay leaves as well. Mm. That is nice. That's really nice. Finishes a little drier than you might expect. Let me show you this bottle one more time. All right, we've got one more. I've got a couple more Irish whiskeys to work through today and tomorrow. It doesn't all have to be done today, but I've got the Tyrconnell single malt as well that I've drank a little bit out of over the last couple of weeks leading up to St. Patrick's Day. This one I bought back in August. I can't believe I still have half a bottle left because it's rather amazing. 2 stacks, cask strength Irish, a unique blend of grain, malt, and pot still whiskeys at 130 proof. Yeah, it ain't playing, man. It was really good. Then I've got a couple Hyde products that I'm almost out of. I've probably got about one maybe 2 pours of each. This is the single malt rum finish at 92 proof. And where's my other one? I'm not seeing that bottle here. I thought I had it handy. I guess I don't. Anyway, I've got another Hyde product here hiding somewhere. And then I have, well, this is an American product, but it is Irish inspired, let's just say. From Restless Spirits, their roots are in Ireland anyway. Padraig's Rebellion Poitín, this is at 115. This stuff is insanely good. I popped it open the other night to do a video with some friends talking about St. Patrick's Day. So I got that to work through today and tomorrow as well. Okay, last one. Last but certainly not least is the Redbreast Single Pot Still. This is aged 15 years. Comprised exclusively of pot still whiskeys, which have been triple distilled and matured in the finest oak casks for no less than 15 years. Redbreast 15 is round, aromatic, and sophisticated. So here we go. I've had this before, but like I said, it's probably been a minimum of 5 years, but it might even be longer for this particular one. Anyway, matured in the finest oak cask. So there we go. Show you that. That's a very nice color. Oh yeah, wow, that nose is luxurious. Again, like the 12, I'm feeling a little brown sugar on the nose, maybe even a little deeper than 12 because I pick up a lot of molasses notes. Certainly some vanilla, some oak. Just a hint of spice, but it's light. I'm feeling the dark fruit notes more prevalent than 12. Definitely not a raisin and dark cherry, to be more specific. Oh, I love that. The flavor and the aroma aside, the viscosity, the mouthfeel of this particular whiskey is nothing short of gorgeous. My wife found these glasses. Can't remember if she got them at a thrift store or a garage sale now. Thrift store. Is that the way? And did you get these in St. James or did you get these when we were in Liberty? Me either. I can't remember if we had them before Liberty or not. We picked them up in St. James. She found a nice, we were staying in Liberty. She found a nice thrift store there. I can't remember what all she bought there. Nevertheless, I thought they were nice. I kind of forgot about them, to be honest with you. I was looking in the cabinet this morning and saw them up there on the top shelf. Oh, I need to get those down. Those would be perfect for a day, especially I had 3 of them, so I could watch it at 4, but I had 3 that I could do this particular set with was the plan anyway. So I didn't buy any Irish beer this year. It was kind of intentional. Really wasn't feeling the Guinness. I don't mind it, and I think it's better than a lot of beer geeks think. But if you can have it on draft, it's great. But I didn't. I feel like there was priced too high for the cans and the bottles for what it is. I just wasn't feeling it. But the brewery I work for, Banter, does a beautiful version of an Irish ale. So I did pick up a 4-pack of that. So I'll work on that, today and tomorrow. But there'll probably be more whiskey involved, to be honest with you. I got a lot of Irish whiskey I want to get through, at least a little bit at a time. Or like I said, the American versions of. I got another product here. Let's see where that other one go. This is from Restless Spirits from Kansas City, Missouri. An American single malt whiskey, but it really has an Irish whiskey kind of feel to it. And you see, I just got a little tiny bit left.
So I'm going to embrace the Irish American culture this particular weekend, today and tomorrow. But I wanted to start with this 3-bottle Redbreast set, 'cause I've been dying to try it, man. Used about half a bottle for each sample here, so I got a little of that left to work through. So anyway, I digress. Man, that 15 is gorgeous. Yeah, it is. The 12 is great. Don't get me wrong, but that 15, oh my goodness, just that mouthfeel just feels so luxurious. Oh man, that's good. Anyway, I am Tom, the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, purveyor, wisdom man. All around good guy, Slainte. Thanks for tuning in.